Breaking news, my lovely people. With all that is being exposed, Festus Keyamo is still trying to be shady and sneaky with Nigerians. But he actually thinks he's talking to kindergartens, okay? But guess what? We know. For the fact that we are quiet does not mean we do not see and understand exactly what is happening and going on, especially in this administration. Yes, my lovely people. It says Tinubu will take final decision on Nigerian air. This is Festus Keyamo. You will understand where we are coming from as we give exposition on the activities happening. The Minister of Aviation and Airspace Development, Mr. Festus Keyamo, has restated that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will take a final decision on Nigerian air. It would be recorded that Keyamo, on assumption of office, has suspended the Nigerian Air, which was launched under controversial circumstances in the last minute of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, where Nigerian government was exposed. Following the launch, it was later discovered that the aircraft, which received the ceremonial water cannon at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, signing the first flight of a new airline, was a hired aircraft from Ethiopia Airlines as it returned to its owner the very next day, the following day. Ethiopia Airlines have been selected as the preferred technical partner of Nigerian Air, one of the projects in the aviation development roadmap of the last administration, which they never did. Rather, they keep on carrying out all kinds of lies, sophisticated lies. One of such was the rice mill, paraded and put together as if things were better. However, these were all part of the craft of the Buhari's administration. The Ethiopia airline broke its silence with the group chief executive of the airline, Mr. Maffin, saying the airline was prevailed upon the federal government to set up the airline, even though it has no intention of doing so, but just to deceive Nigerians. He also revealed that the federal government requested for the Ethiopian airline aircraft painted it with a Nigerian logo for the inspection of Nigerians, and the airline agreed. Afterward, it was to be returned. It was hired. Asked on the status of the Nigerian air at the weekend during the stakeholders meeting in Lagos, Keyamo, thinking he's talking to children, deceitfully said the issue is on the table with the president for a final decision. He dodgily took himself out of it. He did not say whether the new government will go ahead with the airline or not. Speaking on the issue of the United Arab Emirates and Nigeria, he said, "We are working around the clock behind the scene. I will be in Dubai in less than 2 weeks now to work with the president to deal with that." So there's a lot of lies circulated in this our government, and it is important. So my lovely, wonderful people, it's very, very, it's eye-opening to mention but a few, okay, to mention the least. It's very eye-opening that these people, they tend to think that every other person, does not have a say. They are the ones who call the shot. The other people, I don't really get it. I don't really get it. You come and you want to pretend to Nigerians that all is well, when we know very well that you guys are just trying to, you are trying your hardest best possible to behave as if, the other person is not aware. We know what's going on. Imagine Buhari during the time he was there. They did a rice pyramid saying, the people have been farming. Farmers that they beheaded, that Buhari's media aide said, Abiz, whatever he was to Buhari, Garuba Shehu. He said the farmers did not tell them they wanted to go and harvest in their farm. That's Nigeria's government in defense. That's Nigeria's government's defense. So when you look at the whole thing, you ask yourself three questions. How did we get here? How come there is so much, all that is not adding up? How come so much is not adding up? And people they feel it is okay for them to lie to every other person and get away with it. So when you look at everything, you really wish that this country could have been better, that things could have been different. You really wish it. You really wish it, and you tell yourself, we really wish things could have been different. A nation where people who, should be speaking, who should be honest. This very same Festus Keyamo, back in 1999, 2000, he was the one who was telling, the world that Tinubu cannot be a governor. He was the one, just the way, Atiku Abubakar pursued Tinubu all the way to America with regards to results. That's the way he was. He was very big on it, saying this guy is not qualified to be a governor of a state. He did this, he did that, he forged this, he forged that. That was what he was saying then. All of a sudden, Tinubu has become the golden hen. And he is the one now, advocating for Tinubu, telling every other person that Tinubu is the next best thing that happened after the invention of sliced bread. What are we talking about? Among politicians, I highly trust them. Most of the politicians, they tell you what they want you to hear at that point in time because, they are in need of something. And so they are after you because of what they could possibly gain. And once the chips are down, okay, once they get what they want, that's it. They move on right next to to the next point of call. They move on straight up. Politicians move on straight up, and you are wondering, you're asking yourself, how did we get here? That's the politician for you. They've moved past quickly. Quickly. Somebody say quickly. They've gone. They have gone. That's the politician for you. That's Nigerian politician for you. They've moved on. So when the going is sweet, when the going is very sweet, they are your friends. They become friends. But when the going is bad, you see them fighting one another, telling you what the other person did. It's not because they want you to be informed of the truth. It's simply because they have lost grip and they're feeling out of place. They are not gaining anything from the government. Hence, they say what they say. It's not because they care about you. If that's what you're thinking, sweetheart, I can tell you, you are making a huge mistake. Festus Keyamo is Tinubu's right-hand man. He's the Minister of Aviation. These are the same people, not a different settle, the same people, very same people who will not, who were criticizing Tinubu. So, my dear, is it that we are resolute on what we want to achieve as a nation and as a people, or we just leave things to chance and we just take it like that? We must become confident in the fact that there is opportunity for this nation to change, and we must do everything humanly speaking possible for this change to come. We all must work to ensure that this change come. Nigeria belongs to us. What are we doing to bring about this change? It is important, very important. Let's not leave our hands to just anybody. Bye for now.